I'm AG. Welcome to the Pit Project. As you can see, the project is underway and we're busy downloading the rebreathers in for the big push dive today. First of all, I want to take the time and I wanted to thank Simon Richards for his contribution to the science. And I want to thank all of these guys, all the support team that are really helping us do this push dive. Nick and I today are going to go out into the dive and we are going to try to complete all of our tasks and goals. Like I said, one of the main goals is the science. Another main goal is to test some of the equipment that we're breathing and to see the longevity and the ability for the equipment to sustain exploration. That's a really important part of this. Is right now we're testing suits and gauges and all kinds of things. And of course the third is to see if we can push the pit a little bit, see if we can push the line as the tunnel opens up. Anyway, let's go ahead and meet some of the people involved in the project.
I'm Simon. I'm investigating the hydrology here. I'm taking advantage of these guys in this project to get some deep water profiles. We've got down to 85 meters so far. It's a valuable and very scarce way of getting into the deep water. It's all saline below about 20 meters. We're looking at it in two ways. One thing we're doing is conducting profiles with a hydrolab that has a number of sensors on it: salinity, temperature, pH, dissolved oxygen, redox potential. The hydrolab actually slots into a tube and the guys can carry that as a stage and unclip it for deployment if they need to. And the other thing we've got is a chain of the reef net sensors, loggers, 25 of those hanging at 15 centimeter spacings, stuck down there. The aim is to detect if the water layers are moving. At the moment we've got those too deep. We've got them at 60 meters, but the water layers have changed since 3 years ago, the profile that was based on, so the guys are going to move those up to 40 meters today. Why it's all relevant is that that deep saline water, we know it has to flow inland from the ocean, and it's about the sort of depth that the hotels on the coast are injecting their effluents. So we want to look for evidence of how much water flow there is down there and what's happening. So far the data the guys have got from the first two deep dives have shown us that something is going on there. There's a big change in the water layers, and compared with 3 years ago, there's a lot more colder, less saline, fresh water mixed in with the deep saline water. How fresh water's got mixed in 85 meters down, I do not know, but one day hopefully we'll find out.
I'm Nick Toussaint, I'm the project director, and today we get to dive the MC250s to the end of the line. Hopefully we can deliver. Everything is being set up. Yesterday we had a little inconvenience. We have to call the dive, and hopefully we can do it today. We are going to move the science meters back to 40 meters. We also going to retrieve backup scooters and safety bottles back to 60 meters 190 stop. We're going to make 3D mapping. We're going to take the Aqualab with us to take water temperature salinity measurements. And lastly, we're going to have 1,000 feet of line that we could add if that tunnel keeps going. We're looking at no more than 4 hours bottom, 2 hours in, 2 hours out. We're planning for maxi compression with 1 hour on RB and the last on the habitat. And tomorrow we're going to do a cleanup dive. We're going to remove all the gear from the cave. So that's it for this project. It was 5 days, and today is a big day.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit. I mean, everybody's going to ask you.
Yeah.
Tell me give us just a quick brush strokes of the MC250 you're diving. Just the brush strokes.
Well,
just lean down and you can go ahead and just start pointing.
So this here is the MC rebreather. It's a 250 because we're using big 125 single tank, so it's a 250 cubic feet tank. So the MC itself is just a canister that is right in here in the middle of the tank. We have double isolation valves so that we could isolate a manifold failure. We have the Cantalong named Manta, made by Inner Space. It's riding on our shoulders. Then we have the average backplate wing and regulators configured the same DIR way. The nice thing about this rebreather is efficiency. It's way high up. than anything else used before. CCR technology is actually the way to go for deep cave diving. The MC250, it requires a very aware diver with everything that's happening, and it requires immediately action. So you're going to have your diluents copies, and you're going to diluent or add oxygen as you require. So to rely on that, you rely on your sensors that are analyzing the gas, and your hood that through these blinking lights tells you the situation on the gas you're breathing. The 250 is a really fun rebreather to dive, especially because you have the little hot-up display, and it's really worth it to go through the whole understanding of the machine.
So the big burning question that people have is there any electronics in the rebreather?
Yeah, there are electronics. Like I said, the electronics we have on the rebreather are just analyzing the gas that we're breathing.
So I understand the electronics don't add any gas, they don't do anything.
When we were diving the PSER rebreather originally, we did not have any electronics. We were diving the gas without seeing what's in there. We were predicting what gas was inside. We could do the same with CCRs, but to just rely on electronics for analyzation makes it a lot easier and safer to monitor. We are not scared of analyzing our gas, so the electronics are just analyzing the gas. They're not running the injection.
So the only person injecting is you?
Yeah, it's only diver error. Okay. Now we have a backup open circuit regulator on the mouthpiece. This is closed, this is open. So we can immediately go from rebreather to open circuit. Just I learned to dump it at 60 meters now. Just take that out.
Oh, very nice. So this back gas will get you all the way home?
No. This back gas here, it's just 250. Right now we got it pumped to 200 bar. So we got 250 cubic feet available. That's going to take us home as long as we are within 250 cubic feet. Open circuit stream time, back to the next safety valve.
Oh, so the whole cave is set up as a safety? Discuss that a little.
Yeah. So basically what we have is we got several stage bottles, right? We have several stage bottles which are within 80 cubic feet of each other. So we basically could go from one bottle to another bottle to another bottle. Having big amount of bailout allows us to be small size, right? And have a lot of bailout. So we could be on the last portion without so much stuff. Basically, in comparison, we used to be having to have several stage bottles for the last part, which in this cave, we have the restrictions that are creating, a diver need to be more streamlined, in order to pass more efficiently without stirring up so much sediment. So carrying big bailout tanks allow you to have less stage bottles. If you have smaller bailout tanks, then you need to carry more stage bottles to have the same gas. But the MC90 does not reduce, or the MC250 now, does not reduce the amount of bailout you have to carry. The amount of bailout is always going to be there, independently of what rebreather you're using. Because the bailout is totally independent of the rebreather itself, right? Our philosophy is we have enough open circuit each to come all the way out swimming. So in case we have double rebreather failure, we still have enough open circuit each to come back out. So we're not doing like that, you have half and I have half, and then we split on the cave and you have my half and I don't find you, whatever. So basically this is the big thing, that we have finally come up with a way, almost, to have a CCR configure with enough bailout.